Right now at 6, the man accused of breaking into a private plane at the La Crosse Regional Airport makes a first appearance in court.
And a new ordinance bans camping on La Crosse Public Works properties, limiting spaces where unsheltered people can stay.
Watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown.
Nice fall day for the region. Get a walk outside.
Day.
Let's get the latest from our chief meteorologist, Greg Barnhart.
Definitely was more October than November for this time of the year, so we're going to see more of this throughout the week. The good news is you like the 60s. They're here to stay at least for a couple more days. We do have some wind in the forecast, but overall, look at those temperatures, upper 50s to near 60 in many locations today. Yes, that's well above average, about 10 to 15, even higher as you go further south, and that's not going to change through at least Thursday. We have a warm front that's coming. That's going to be responsible for a little bit warmer air, but also increase in winds as we go throughout tomorrow. And that's really going to be the story besides the temperatures as you go out. Otherwise, tonight, really nice conditions, upper 30s near 40, light winds, pleasant really for November for La Crosse. Once again, a few clouds out there, but are all mostly clear skies. The same for Eau Claire, just getting down to the mid 30s. Once again, very pleasant for November and light winds. Enjoy those light winds, because as we go in tomorrow, if you're going to do some run-in forecast, it's going to be a little bit different, a little chilly maybe in the morning, but then depending on direction of your run-in, you're going to have that south wind blowing, so something to keep in mind of. We'll time out those winds as well as it looks like the temperatures decrease this weekend, and what maybe next week as we go to Thanksgiving looks like all that a bit later in the forecast.
Right.
Sounds like a plan.
I'll get my running shoes ready for tomorrow.
Thanks, Greg. Well, a suspect appeared in court today after allegedly breaking into a private plane at the La Crosse Regional Airport on Saturday.
31-year-old Cody Anderson from Idaho was charged with multiple crimes, including terrorist threats and attempted carjacking while possessing a weapon. He was arrested for driving his car through a locked gate at the airport and attempting to steal a private plane. According to a criminal complaint, Anderson was waving a knife and threatened to blow up the plane if police didn't stay at least 30 feet away from him. He was later taken into custody and put on a $500,000 bond.
Wisconsin's Attorney General is introducing legislation to keep domestic abusers from owning guns. The legislation would ensure people convicted of disorderly conduct as a result of domestic violence can't own a firearm. In 2022, the state Supreme Court ruled that disorderly conduct isn't a misdemeanor crime of domestic violence under federal law. That means it does not prevent someone from buying a gun. If the bill passes, it would amend the disorderly conduct statute to separate violent conduct from other types of disorderly conduct. That way, the court record would clearly indicate if it was a violent crime.
The unsheltered population in La Crosse is running out of places to stay. Today, the City of La Crosse Public Works Department voted to approve no camping on public works properties.
News 8 Now's Jeremy Wall joins us live in studio with the latest. Jeremy?
Yeah, that's right, Ken. The facilities include garages, well houses, lift stations, and any public works property. The decision comes as vandalism, theft, and break-ins have been reported at some of its structures. Guys, some of the sites have no trespassing signs and fences around them, like the city's wastewater treatment plant right there. The board's decision today strengthens that rule to include no camping. According to City Council member Rebecca Schwartz, these restrictions were not part of the ordinance passed by the City Council back in July, prohibiting overnight camping on city property. Earlier, I spoke to Kayla Ryan from the Salvation Army. Ryan says for months, the shelter has been at capacity and they've been turning people away.
Ultimately, there just isn't enough resources to go around. I think the city and county and all of us agencies are doing the best we can with what we have.
I also spoke with City Council member Rebecca Schwartz as well. While she supports today's decision, she says there needs to be more done to help the unsheltered population.
I personally feel that we need more federal aid to come into our communities to help with this. How we would use that federal aid, where that would go, and the best way to get people off the streets, especially in severe weather, hot or cold, is something that each community has to figure out.
In addition, I spoke to Rob Grover from Catholic Charities. He tells me the warming center hasn't been at full capacity yet because of the weather. But guys, he says once the weather gets colder and enforcement increases, he thinks more people will be stopping by. Ken and Emily?
All right, thank you, Jeremy. The city is working on a 5-year plan that will have a larger and more long-term solution to homelessness in La Crosse. Right now, it's just in the planning stages. Schwartz says the council hopes to know more by the new year.
Well, according to the Hunger Task Force, more than 2,300 people in Trempealeau County receive food share or SNAP benefits.
It's one of the reasons the Trempealeau County Sheriff's Office created a unique program to take on hunger. News 8 Now's Michael Germain has the story.
The reason we started it is because there were so many deer getting hit on the highways.
Folks in Trempealeau County know a thing or two about venison.
We came up with a program helping out hunger.
Like how many pounds go to waste each year along the highway.
We created a list and we call people when there is a deer that is salvageable.
Now, we know what you're thinking, and the answer is yes. A deer harvested from the roadway following a car crash is just as viable as one taken during a hunt. The Trempealeau County Sheriff's Office knows it too. That's why they started their program in 2015. It's simple but effective. When a driver hits a deer anywhere in Trempealeau County, the dispatch center picks up the phone.
We let them know where it is, we give them directions, and what better way to give them the directions than actually somebody from the dispatch center.
Depending on where you are in Trempealeau County, the dispatch center can accommodate you based on your location.
So if somebody says, I only want to pick up deer 15 miles out of Whitehall, we would call them if we had a deer in that area.
And while the program is fairly new, Carmen Wilson, who is the supervisor of the dispatch center, says it continues to expand.
Each year the program continues to get larger and the word gets out.
In Trempealeau County, Michael Germain, News 8 Now.
And coming up at 10, you'll hear from the County Sheriff Brett Semmingson about the number of deer crashes each year in the county and how many people are taking advantage of that program.
Well, one lucky person in the Sparta area is $350,000 richer. A winning Super Cash ticket from Saturday's drawing was sold in Sparta. That's according to the Wisconsin Lottery. They say the ticket was sold at the Black River convenience store. Players have 180 days from their draw date to claim their winnings. We have those winning numbers posted on our website, news8000.com.
Well, the federal government facing a potential shutdown.
If a deal isn't reached by Friday, millions of federal employees could be without a paycheck.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We do the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $200 at Walmart, over $300 at LensCrafters, and over $200 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird.
When does a credit union become more than a credit union? Maybe it starts simple, getting you in a vehicle that's safe and reliable for your daily trips. Or maybe it's getting your dream vehicle for weekend adventures to remember. Whatever your vehicle needs are, Ultra is ready to go the extra mile. With professional loan experts, an easy application, and no payments for 90 days. Apply today at driveultra.org. Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life.
Did you know the proper installation of your windows is just as important as the windows that you select? Improper installation can lead to issues like air leakage, mold, rotten wood, structural issues, and other future problems.
Don't take chances. Call Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions. Our factory-trained team will ensure your new windows are installed correctly the first time.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, the clear choice for the best windows installed by the best people. Receive up to 25% off your new windows with our cooperative savings plan.
However you do the holidays, do it together in the Chevy that's right for you. The strong and capable Chevy Silverado, the award-winning Chevy Equinox, or the all-new Chevy Trax. This holiday season, do more together in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups, or get $2,000 total cash allowance on this Silverado. Visit HometownChevy.com.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We do the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $200 at Walmart, over $300 at LensCrafters, and over $200 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird.
Conditions inside Gaza's largest hospital are said to be deteriorating by the hour. Fighting between Israeli soldiers and Hamas has forced thousands to flee from the medical facility.
In a State Department briefing, the Biden administration echoed Israel's claim that Hamas uses the hospitals as locations for its command posts. Skylar Henry has the latest from the White House.
In Al-Shifa's hospital maternity ward, staff members put tinfoil in the cribs to help keep babies warm. The head of the World Health Organization says Gaza's largest hospital has been without electricity and water for days and has stopped functioning.
Our medical teams in Shifa Hospital now are facing death because they just committed to their patients.
Israel says Hamas complexes lie under Al-Shifa, and the group uses medical personnel and patients as human shields, something Hamas denies. Under international law, hospitals are protected, but if misused, can become legitimate targets. The Biden administration says it does not want to see civilians caught in the crossfire, but put the blame squarely on Hamas.
We would love to see all the people that are calling for Israel to take steps to protect hospitals call for Hamas to vacate the hospitals and stop using civilians as human shields.
As Israel pushes further into Gaza in an effort to dismantle Hamas, volunteers collected the last of the remains of victims at one of the Israeli communities hit hardest by Hamas on October 7th.
Every house here that had residents in or kidnapped or murdered.
About 240 people are believed to be hostages, and family members of those who have health issues spoke out Monday, including the sister of 23-year-old asthma sufferer Romi Gonen.
We can only imagine how she's struggling, gasping for air.
The Biden administration says it remains actively engaged in negotiations for the hostages' release. Skylar Henry, CBS News, the White House.
The White House confirms that a 3-year-old American citizen whose parents were killed by Hamas is among the more than 200 hostages the terror group is holding.
Federal employees are closely watching what is happening on Capitol Hill. Congress needs to act, or else all except essential workers will go home and all federal employees will go without a paycheck just before the holidays. Congress has until this Friday to pass a spending bill to keep the government open. House Speaker Mike Johnson has proposed a 2-step stopgap measure to extend funding through January 19th for agencies including transportation, housing, agriculture, and energy. The other agencies, including Defense, Homeland Security, and State, would be funded through February 2nd. Already, the plan is facing pushback from some House GOP hardliners who are upset the proposal keeps funding at current levels.
It continues to perpetuate the very system my constituents sent me here to oppose. They don't want me to continue spending money we don't have at $1.6 trillion spending level, at the Pelosi spending level.
Democrats have also criticized the plan, calling it a recipe for more shutdowns. And it doesn't include emergency aid for Israel, Ukraine, or the southern border, setting the stage for a separate fight. The Speaker's plan could come up for a vote in the House as early as Tuesday.
Still ahead, women have consistently had a longer life expectancy than men.
But the COVID-19 has made the gender differential even wider.
Although we're not dealing with any winter storms, it is Winter Awareness Week for Minnesota and Wisconsin. The good news, we got the 60s in store for at least a few more days. I'll break down when that might end. If we see any colder temperatures on the way, all that coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Get your new flooring before the holidays. At Interior Designs, we have the flooring to fit your style and budget. Our designers will help you pick out the perfect carpet, ceramic tile, or laminate. Contact Interior Designs today to have your new flooring installed before the holidays.
Fresh out of Papa Murphy's kitchen, our delicious pan pizza.
Actually, it's fresh out of my oven.
Dad, it's just an expression.
Thick, crispy, buttery pan pizza? Now that is an expression.
Get a large 2-topping pan pizza for $11.99.
Ready? Okay.
beautiful sectional for just $9.99 with a free ottoman. Big deals.
Black Friday deals.
All month long. Up to 60% off list. Only at Slumberland. Relax in this Lazy Boy recliner for just $4.99.
Yep.
Update your bedroom with this modern bed for just $3.98. Deals so big, prices so low, all month long. But don't wait, because deals this great won't last.
The one and only Black Friday all month long sale.
Only at Slumberland Furniture.
Heck yeah.
This adorable shelter pet wants to meet you and your family today. The News 8 Now Pet of the Week is brought to you by Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics.
One of the best selections of commercial vehicles in the Midwest can be found at Osseo Automotive in Osseo. From medium-duty trucks and vans to super-duty work trucks, cube vans, chassis cabs, and more, you'll find the most popular commercial vehicles from Ford and Chevrolet all in one location. Take advantage of Section 179 tax savings before the end of the year. Get to work with a new commercial truck or van from Osseo Automotive in Osseo. Shop online at OsseoAutoCommercial.com.
Get your new flooring before the holidays. At Interior Designs, we have the flooring to fit your style and budget. Our designers will help you pick out the perfect carpet, ceramic tile, or laminate. Contact Interior Designs today to have your new flooring installed before the holidays.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Women consistently live longer than men.
And now American women can expect to live almost 6 years longer than men.
That conclusion comes out of the new data from the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. It reveals life expectancy between men and women in the U.S. widened significantly during the pandemic. That's mainly due to differences in mortality rates from COVID-19. In 2021, life expectancy for women was 79.3 years, compared with 73.5 years for men, the largest difference since 1996. Overall, life expectancy for Americans fell more than 2.5 years since the start of the pandemic, down to 76.1 years in 2021.
Wegovy is seeing some other benefits besides weight loss. A new study shows the drug reduced the risk of heart attack, stroke, or heart-related death by 20% in people with cardiovascular disease. According to the trial, people who used Wegovy for 2 years were also less likely to develop diabetes and had better blood pressure readings. While the results are promising, a key question remains unanswered. Is the heart benefit from Wegovy attributable to how much weight people lose on the medication, or is it a specific effect from the drug itself? Important questions left to answer. Now, another important question left to answer is, when is the hammer going to drop on?
No.
Will it actually feel like November? Because it's downright pleasant, Greg.
Yes, the hammer will drop eventually. We're all going to pay for eventually this, and hopefully we don't pay too much for it for Thanksgiving time. But right now it is Winter Awareness Week. Once again, this is the week dedicated to promoting winter safety, explaining all the what to do, the preparedness. We won't have dealing with any of that right now. Obviously, we don't have any winter storms going on, but remember, it's going to be coming soon eventually, so definitely be prepared and get ready for it, because once it hits, it usually surprises at least some people. Overall precipitation, we're not seeing a lot throughout really the next 7 days almost. Maybe a shower Thursday night well north, but otherwise the next chance comes potentially Sunday night, next Sunday night through Tuesday. Even that's a little bit up in the air too. But the temperatures above average really through most of this period. I think we won't see average temperatures maybe this weekend, but I think next week is when we get back into the 30s and 40s for Thanksgiving. Definitely will be average to maybe even below average right now the way things are looking. But for tonight, really going to start seeing that southerly wind increase as you wake up. A few high clouds that'll begin to spread across the area, but you'll wake up upper 30s, low 40s. The winds will start picking up by the time we get to noon. Temperatures overall should be at least in the mid-50s by noon, maybe even a little bit warmer than that. But the one thing will be the winds definitely will be blowing pretty strong. All this cloud cover really is just high clouds, so the plenty of sun shining through as we work our way through the evening hours. We should cool back down, but still at 8:30 night, you're still looking at upper 40s to low 50s with a southerly wind, so not too bad for the middle of November. And then as we cool off, we'll see less clouds. The winds will start dying down, but still, almost at midnight, you're still looking at temperatures in the 40s for most locations, so definitely will be mild going into the next morning. Overall winds as you wake up 10 to 15 out of the south, probably through the morning rush, but then as we get closer to noon, we'll start seeing them get to the 15 to 20, maybe even 20 to 25 range. Once again, this is just sustained winds out of the south. We could see gusts above 30. That'll continue through the afternoon hours. hours, and then by the time we get to 7, 8, we'll start seeing them drop off a bit, but still quite breezy throughout the day. The other concern is the relative humidity. We're going to see some relative humidities get quite low, into 30% by the time we get to afternoon hours. So if you combine that with some of the dead, dry fuel out there, the brush, you have a bunch of obviously leaves still on the ground, you could have a fire weather concern just because of these combination of strong winds and relative humidities that are quite low in the upper 30s for this time of year to see that. So something to keep in mind of. We'll see the relative humidities finally come up maybe tomorrow night, but they definitely will be quite dry as we go on through tomorrow. Then as we see, there's your system we talked about, the front that's going to come through. Get those winds. We're going to have a break Wednesday with the winds, but the winds will pick right back up from the south as we got another system that's diving south over the plains. That'll increase the winds all the south once again Thursday, so it should be a fairly mild day once again. We're not going to see a lot of precipitation with this front. I think most of it will actually happen towards southern and southeast Wisconsin towards Thursday evening, but we'll have to keep an eye to see if that changes. But for right now, I don't see a lot, just a wind change and cooler temps. The one that we are eyeing is next Monday. We're going to have one system from the south come up and a front from the north. How these interact and play along, we're going to see if we get any moisture to get some of this up there, but that's the next chance of rain we're looking at really. Overall for tonight, once again, fairly mild, mid to upper 30s. You wake up, as in tomorrow as we go through, we're going to see temperatures once again near 60, but the winds will be definitely blowing out of the south, and then the temperatures continue to be around the 60s as we go through the 8-day forecast. The temperatures will continue to the low 60s by Thursday and then cool back off, but still well above average even through the weekend. And then once again, the next chance of rain comes probably Sunday night. So overall, enjoy this because it is looking more average to maybe below average, at least when we go to Thanksgiving.
All right, so we will enjoy it in the meantime.
Definitely. We will.
All right, Greg, thanks very much. And coming up next in sports, bring on some high school hoops. Wisconsin girls basketball tipping off tomorrow night, and the Blue Golds are using last year's loss in Green Bay as fuel for this campaign. Rob is in next.
Attention seniors, be safe with your affordable tub-to-shower conversion or enjoy an all-new bathroom. Contact the Board Store Home Improvements today for a prompt free estimate. High quality at lower prices.
The service departments at the Dahl Auto Group are staffed by the most experienced team in the region. Whether you're buying a used car they've inspected or driving home one they've serviced, you can trust their work for years to come. Dahl Auto, simple.
Are you looking for a high-paying career without any experience? Chart Industries has the opportunity you've been waiting for. Starting wage $30 per hour, highest pay in the area, guaranteed 40 hours, and so much more. If you are making less than $60,000 and want a healthy work-life balance, apply at jobs.chartindustries.com today. That's jobs.chartindustries.com.
Get the bathroom of your dreams faster than ever. Call today or go online to schedule your free consultation and take advantage of our 30-day bathroom offer from your home improvement company. That's right, a complete bathroom project from order to installation in 30 days or less. Our team of trained and certified professionals will ensure your project is done right the first time. And on top of that, we're offering no interest, no payments, and nothing down until 2025. Your home improvement company, where it's your home made better.
Did you touch the thermostat? Did you turn it up?
Of course not. Did somebody fiddle with the thermostat?
Dude, it's 85 degrees.
85? Do you have any idea what a couple degrees will do to our gas bill?
Why is it so hot here?
Someone turned up the heat.
God. What do you think you're doing?
I like to sleep with my window open. You are not supposed to touch the thermostat.
Experienced sales consultants are good listeners who sell people what they need, not what's on sale. They're easy to work with and value a trusting relationship. We know team members with these life skills earn lifelong customers. Dahl Auto, simple.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now's Rob Schiff.
In just 3 days, the Aquinas football team will hit the field at Camp Randall as the back-to-back state champs look for their third straight state title. But before that happens, bring on some high school hoops. The Aquinas girls basketball team tips off its regular season on Tuesday night. Blue Gold's getting one last practice in Monday before their season officially begins. Aquinas fell just one win shy of a state title last season. Head coach Dave Donarski is working with a younger bunch this year. Maddie Murphy is one of just 2 seniors on the squad, so the Blue Golds will rely heavily on sophomore standout Sammy Davis, who's looking to build on a phenomenal freshman season. The team is young, but the girls are hungry, and for this group, getting as close as they did back in March is only going to help fuel them even more this season.
I think it's always a motivator both for the coaches and the kids. Like, we got so close and it just didn't happen, and I think, you know, you get a taste of it, you want it again, and they've got that legacy, you know, prior, you know, they want to do the same thing that those other kids had been able to do, and I do feel like this is a team that could do that.
I think over the summer there's a lot of us that just put in a ton of work because we didn't really like the results that happened last year, and that was a really hard loss, so using that to kind of fuel us through the season, and we'll remember that because it stings, but I just know all the girls have a lot of heart and just want to work super hard, so I think that is going to be something really special for our team.
Blue Goals tip off the regular season tomorrow night at home against Platteville. Over the weekend, the Viterbo volleyball team won their 9th straight North Star tournament title. Now the V-Hawks had the honor of hosting a home playoff game. This Saturday, Viterbo will take on Bryan College in the opening round of the tournament. If the V-Hawks win on Saturday, they'll move on to the pool play round, where they'll be competing for a spot in the quarterfinals. Start time set for 6 p.m. at R.W. Beggs Gymnasium. Ken, look away, my friend, look away. The Cubs finally introducing their new manager earlier today. Former Brewers skipper Craig Counsell, now part of Milwaukee's biggest rival. Counsell speaking to the media this afternoon just a week after signing a record-setting 5-year, $40 million deal to take over in the Windy City. I'm going to wait till my crew joins me here. I know Ken's a little upset.
You had to put it in, huh?
I was going to put what he said, which is even worse. But I'll save that for 10.
Yeah.
I'll talk about that at 10.
Yeah, I may have caught a snippet of that already.
I think you did.
Not a good day for Brewers fans.
But a good day for high school sports. We got girls basketball starting tomorrow, as early as tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
That is
It's
exciting.
going to be a fun week.
I always wanted to play basketball. I was never brave enough to try out, though. I doubted myself. Because of my height, yeah.
Because of
Because of my height,
Fair.
yeah.
Rob, thanks very much.
got it.
We will be right back after this.
Sick of running out of hot water? The professionals at Maxwell White are here to handle all of your water heater needs. Our licensed technicians can install, repair, or replace any type of water heater with same-day or next-day service. Call Maxwell White. Plumbing done right.
Hello. This is a real lawyer. Yeah, I've won 1 million cases. And I'm on a bunch of billboards.
Whoa, buddy. If they want the real Nicolay, they should get the real Nicolay.
Fine.
Thank you. Russell Nicolay here. Yeah, we can help.
In a world full of choices, make sure you get the real Nicolay.
How'd you even get in here? What are you doing answering calls? Where's your mom, man?
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we honor those who have served and sacrificed. To show our gratitude this Veterans Day, we're offering unbeatable deals throughout the store. Like Peak Premium Antifreeze and Coolant, $4.99 a gallon after sale and rebate. Get instant savings on select sets of Goodyear tires and up to $100 in consumer rebates when you buy 4. Plus, find more great deals online at farmandfleet.com and pick them up just 1 hour later in our convenient drive-thru.
Founded on hard work, dedication, respect, and integrity, we at Maxwell White understand the importance of home comfort. Maxwell White strives to provide our customers with a positive experience every time. Maxwell White, plumbing done right.
All right, it's going to be seasonally mild and breezy tomorrow. I mean, can't beat the conditions right now.
Not
Can't
too
beat
shabby.
it.
Greg, thanks very much. And thanks for joining us tonight at 6.
We'll see you at 10.